You wake up in the middle of the night. Again, a stabbing pain grips your calf like a vice, tight and merciless. You gasp, clutching at the muscle, trying to move, trying to breathe. And then, just like last night and the night before, it passes, but the ache lingers. These aren't just random cramps. They are whispers from your body, a quiet distress call. They are warning signs of a hidden magnesium deficiency that could be draining your strength, disturbing your sleep, and even putting you at greater risk of dangerous falls and heart issues. But there's good news. With just a few smart changes to your diet, you could begin to reverse this in a matter of days. What you're about to learn may not just help you sleep better, it could help you live better. Magnesium is essential for over 300 bodily functions, but as we age, our levels naturally drop. A quiet deficiency can cause muscle spasms, fatigue, high blood pressure, and irregular heart rhythms. Unfortunately, it's rarely checked for, and even less often addressed with diet. But there are 3 foods, simple, natural, affordable, that can make a massive difference. Let's start with spinach. Do you think muscle cramps are just an unavoidable part of aging? It's time to gently challenge that idea. The real culprit is often a magnesium deficiency, one that the pharmaceutical world rarely talks about. And why would they? A well-nourished senior doesn't need as many pills. Spinach, that humble green leaf, may be more powerful than any over-the-counter remedy. It's one of the most magnesium-rich vegetables available, and when prepared correctly, it becomes a natural, side-effect-free solution to nighttime cramping. Less than 5% of doctors regularly test for magnesium deficiency, even though studies show that up to 80% of older adults don't get enough of it. That's 8 in 10 seniors walking around with low magnesium, and many of them suffering silently. In a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, seniors who ate 250 grams of steamed spinach just 4 times a week showed a 40% increase in blood magnesium, compared to only 15% in those who took supplements. Even better, they reported a 70% reduction in nighttime cramps, all in under 3 weeks. But preparation matters. Boiling spinach can cause up to 60% of its magnesium to leach into the water. Microwaving it destroys delicate bioactive compounds. The best method is gentle steaming for no more than 5 minutes. After that, add a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. The healthy fats help transport magnesium across your intestinal lining. Then finish with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Its vitamin C converts magnesium into a more absorbable form, increasing your body's uptake by 3-fold. In the same study, 83% of participants who followed this simple routine reported deeper sleep, with nights lasting an average of 80 minutes longer. Now let's talk about pumpkin seeds. They may be small, but they are one of the most magnesium-dense foods on the planet. Just one handful, about 30 grams, contains over 150 milligrams of magnesium, nearly half of what many seniors need in a day. Pumpkin seeds also contain zinc, which helps your body absorb and retain magnesium more effectively. Try having a small bowl of them before bed, lightly roasted in olive oil with a pinch of sea salt. Not only do they help relax the muscles, they also offer a soothing, mineral-rich bedtime snack that supports both sleep and nerve health. And yes, dark chocolate makes a list too. When it's at least 70% cocoa, it becomes more than just a treat. It becomes a gentle medicine. 2 small squares of high-quality dark chocolate contain over 60 milligrams of magnesium, along with powerful antioxidants that help lower inflammation and calm your nervous system. Just make sure to choose varieties that are low in sugar and free from dairy fillers. Taken about an hour before bed, this tiny indulgence can help your muscles unwind and even support melatonin production, easing you gently into sleep. A magnesium deficiency doesn't just cause cramps. It can lead to chronic fatigue, anxiety, poor circulation, restless legs, and even dangerous nighttime falls. But nature gives us what we need. You don't have to live with these nightly disruptions. You can begin the healing tonight with a handful of seeds, a cup of steamed greens, or even a square of dark chocolate. After your magnesium-rich dinner, consider soaking your feet in warm water with Epsom salts, another form of magnesium that your body can absorb directly through the skin. Add a few drops of lavender essential oil to the soak, and you created a simple, powerful ritual that eases tension and prepares your whole system for deeper sleep. You've earned rest. You've lived a life of effort, love, and quiet endurance. Don't let your night be ruled by pain or stiffness. Let food be your gentle healer. Let magnesium restore what time has quietly taken. You deserve to fall asleep without fear of being jolted awake by pain. And if you've lived with night cramps for too long, maybe it's time to turn to what's been here all along: real food, real minerals, and real relief. Despite all the scientific evidence, the benefits of magnesium-rich foods like spinach are often lost, ruined by poor preparation or hidden additives. Take canned spinach, for example. It's often loaded with salt, and that sodium completely cancels out the cardiovascular benefits. Frozen, creamed, or garlic-seasoned varieties are no better, filled with saturated fats that block magnesium absorption. Even those trendy baby spinach leaves, they might look fresh and appealing, but they contain up to 20 times less magnesium than mature leaves. The golden rule is simple. If you can't get fresh spinach, go for plain, unseasoned frozen spinach instead. And when choosing fresh, always pick bunches with deep green leaves that feel firm to the touch. The story of Marcel 74 is unforgettable. He suffered for years, forced to sleep in compression stockings to cope with intense nighttime leg cramps. His cardiologist prescribed 4 different medications. Nothing worked. Then a dietitian gave him a piece of advice that changed everything. Cook spinach a certain way, consistently. Within 3 weeks, the cramps were gone. 6 months later, he had stopped taking 3 of his 4 prescriptions. His story isn't unique. Geriatric nutrition clinics receive hundreds of similar accounts. The process behind this transformation is surprisingly clear. Step 1. Buy fresh or plain frozen spinach tomorrow. Step 2. Get a basic steamer, nothing fancy or expensive, just functional. Step 3. Create a simple lunchtime habit. Eating spinach during the day allows your body to digest it efficiently and promotes muscle relaxation in the evening when cramps usually strike. But never pair spinach with dairy in the same meal. Calcium and magnesium compete for absorption, and mixing the two cancels out much of the benefit. Those who follow these guidelines to the letter often notice a significant drop in both the frequency and severity of cramps within 4 to 7 days. Within a month, they experience something many thought was long gone, a kind of physical rebirth. More energy, restful sleep, and, most importantly, the quiet satisfaction of taking control of their body again. Unlike medications, which often come with side effects and limitations, this approach brings only benefits. The question now is simple. Will you try something this natural, this easy, or continue enduring the pain that's been silently stealing your nights? Your body is craving this forgotten mineral. Give it what it needs, and feel the shift. Begin tonight. Your future self, the one who sleeps peacefully, walks confidently, and wakes refreshed, will thank you. Now, let's talk about almonds. Cramps and CNAs are not just random spasms. They point to deeper imbalances, often ignored. One hidden culprit is the body's increasing acidity as we age. This subtle shift in pH leads to faster loss of essential minerals like potassium and magnesium through the kidneys. Add to that the widespread use of diuretics in older adults, which flush out these precious minerals even faster, and the body's mineral reserves start collapsing. On top of it all, once you cross age 60, your ability to absorb nutrients from supplements drops sharply. That's why many people who pop magnesium pills still feel no relief. The answer lies in a whole food, almonds. Almonds work on 3 levels. First, they're naturally alkalizing, helping the body correct its pH and reduce mineral loss. Second, they provide both magnesium and potassium in forms your body recognizes and uses easily. And third, almonds have a unique internal structure, rich in natural fats, that allows them to carry minerals across your intestinal wall far more efficiently than synthetic capsules. But not all almonds are created equal. Brown almonds with the skin on contain up to 60% more polyphenols than blanched ones. These compounds reduce inflammation in muscles and protect arterial health, 2 things older adults desperately need. But there's a warning here. Most conventionally grown almonds are treated with glyphosate, a chemical that damages the gut microbiome and impairs nutrient absorption over time. That's why organic almonds are not a luxury, they're a necessity. And form matters. Never buy powdered or sliced almonds. When they are ground, the healthy fats inside begin to oxidize and lose their effectiveness. Whole almonds are best, but they need to be prepared correctly. Start by soaking them in filtered water at room temperature for 12 hours. This activates essential enzymes, starts breaking down the natural compounds that block mineral absorption, and gently softens the almond for digestion. After soaking, rinse them thoroughly to wash away residual antinutrients. These might seem like small steps, but they make a profound difference. In fact, comparative studies show that soaked almonds deliver 30% more bioavailable magnesium than raw, dry ones. And that translates to fewer cramps, stronger nerves, and calmer muscles. The method may sound exacting, but it's wonderfully simple, and the results speak for themselves. In a world that pushes complicated fixes, this is a return to simplicity. Whole foods, real minerals, deep nourishment. A way of eating that doesn't just quiet your symptoms, it helps restore your balance from the inside out. You've likely been told that cramps are just part of getting older. But they are not. They are signs, warnings, and they are pointing you towards something that can still be changed. These foods, spinach and almonds, aren't miracles. But when prepared with care and eaten with intention, they can do what pills often fail to: repair the root of the problem. Tonight, before bed, prepare a small bowl of soaked almonds. Steam some spinach for lunch tomorrow. Add olive oil, a squeeze of lemon, and a promise to yourself to listen to your body, to nourish it, and to sleep without fear. You deserve that. You always have. Start simple. Each day, just 30 grams of soaked almonds, about a small handful, taken with purpose, either at breakfast or as a light snack around 4 p.m., can bring surprising results. This amount gives your body an optimal dose of magnesium without overloading your digestion. To boost their effectiveness, pair the almonds with a vitamin C-rich fruit, strawberries, kiwis, or a few slices of orange. The ascorbic acid in these fruits transforms the magnesium in almonds into a form your body can absorb more easily. But remember, don't eat them with dairy. Calcium directly competes with magnesium in the gut, interfering with absorption. Timing and combination matter more than most people realize. For those who follow this method consistently, the effects begin to unfold like clockwork. In the first 7 days, many report a 30 to 40% reduction in the frequency of cramps. Between the 10th and 20th day, stiffness upon waking begins to fade, and sleep becomes noticeably deeper. By the end of the first month, more than 80% of people say their nighttime cramps are gone. Completely. These improvements persist as long as the almonds remain a regular part of the routine. There's no rapid drop-off, no tolerance effect, just a gentle, lasting transformation. Still, a few safety notes are worth considering. Anyone taking blood thinners should speak with their doctor first. Almonds contain vitamin K, which can affect certain medications. And for those with intestinal diverticulosis, chewing almonds thoroughly is essential to avoid irritation. Of course, anyone with a nut allergy should avoid this remedy entirely. But for most people, the benefits go well beyond cramp relief. Older adults often notice that, over time, their blood pressure levels begin to normalize. Some report reduced joint aches, easier digestion, and even a more regular bowel rhythm. These added perks come from almonds' natural blend of active compounds, vasodilating arginine, anti-inflammatory tocopherols, and prebiotic fiber working together. What we're looking at here isn't just a nut. It's a natural pharmacy in a single, oil-rich seed. And perhaps the most extraordinary thing of all is how simple it is. While billions are spent every year on pharmaceutical solutions that barely scratch the surface, a handful of almonds soaked overnight might be enough to solve the problem at its root. In a world full of overcomplication, this method stands out for clarity and its power. You owe it to yourself to try it. Safe, affordable, and time-tested by thousands across the globe. It's waiting for you. But this journey doesn't end with almonds, because now comes a third food in your anti-cramp arsenal. And it's one that will likely surprise you. Twice the magnesium of almonds, faster absorption, and yet overlooked by almost everyone. What makes it powerful isn't just what it is, but how it's prepared. Most people ruin it without knowing. It isn't a vegetable, and it isn't a nut. It's something else entirely. And yes, it's probably hiding in your kitchen right now. Dark chocolate, but not just any chocolate. To make a difference, it must be at least 85% cocoa, and it must be handled with care. The contradiction here is striking. Chocolate is often treated as a guilty pleasure, a treat to be avoided. But when it's real, raw, and consumed the right way, it becomes one of the most potent cramp fighters on Earth. Raw cocoa contains nearly 500 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams, twice as much as almonds. And that's not even its biggest strength. What makes dark chocolate so effective is its natural pairing with theobromine, a compound that improves blood flow and enhances magnesium absorption, especially in the outer limbs, where cramps strike hardest. But the preparation is everything. Most commercial chocolate bars, refined, blended, mass-produced, lose up to 40% of their magnesium in processing. That's why source matters. Always choose chocolate made from single-origin cocoa, ideally from Ecuador or Peru, where the full nutrient profile is better preserved. If you see the phrase bean to bar, even better, it means the chocolate was minimally processed, keeping more of its beneficial properties intact. And here's the part almost no one knows. Temperature changes everything. The magnesium in dark chocolate becomes significantly more bioavailable, 30% more, when the chocolate is gently melted at a low heat. Ideally, it should be warmed slowly, using a double boiler, and never allowed to exceed 45 degrees Celsius. While it melts, add just a pinch of Himalayan pink salt. Its trace minerals form a natural synergy with the magnesium, enhancing absorption and supporting electrolyte balance. This isn't dessert. It's a healing ritual. The science backs it. At the University of Lausanne, researchers followed seniors who consumed 20 grams of dark chocolate prepared this way, 3 times per week. The results were remarkable. Better muscle recovery, increased natural melatonin production, deeper sleep, and a 68% reduction in nighttime cramps. The combination of magnesium, theobromine, and natural antioxidants doesn't just soothe muscles, it helps reset the nervous system and bring calm to an overworked body. This is a kind of knowledge we once passed down in kitchens, not clinics. A return to simple, powerful food medicine. You don't need a prescription for this, just awareness, intention, and a little preparation. Imagine ending your evening with a square of warm, rich dark chocolate, not as indulgence, but as therapy, a moment of stillness, a gift to your body. So here it is, your 3-part plan. Spinach at lunch, soaked almonds in the morning, melted dark chocolate in the evening. 3 foods, 3 moments. 1 goal, to reclaim your nights from the pain that's been chasing you. No more restless tossing. No more bolts of pain in the dark. Just peace, sleep, recovery. You tried complexity. Now try simplicity. And let food become the medicine your body has been quietly asking for. The beauty of this method lies not just in its simplicity, but in how quickly it works. According to clinical observations, the benefits of proper dark chocolate intake begin appearing as early as the 2nd week. Better sleep, fewer nighttime cramps, relaxed muscles, and all of it without the risk of dependency. There's no buildup of tolerance, no diminishing returns. You just begin to feel better, and those results stay with you. But there are some important caveats. The chocolate industry has spent decades shaping public perception, and it's time to clear up the confusion. The label dark chocolate means nothing unless you understand what's behind it. Some products marked as 70% cocoa actually contain mostly cocoa butter, stripped of nutrients and loaded with filler. Even worse, many sugar-free versions include artificial sweeteners that disrupt gut bacteria and block magnesium absorption. These well-meaning choices can actually make your cramps worse. So what do? Always choose chocolate that is single origin and contains at least 85% actual cocoa mass. Look for simple ingredients. The best bars are minimally sweetened, preferably with raw honey or coconut sugar, and processed at low temperatures to preserve the magnesium and antioxidant profile. If you see bean to bar on the label, that's a sign the producer is handling the chocolate with care from start to finish. This isn't just theory. It's backed by clinical practice. For 15 years, Dr. Leff, a geriatric neurologist, has used this exact nutritional approach with his elderly patients. Out of 200 seniors who followed the method strictly, 83% were able to reduce or completely stop taking muscle relaxants. The remaining 17% still saw improvement but required short-term magnesium supplementation due to severe deficiency. That's a level of effectiveness most drugs only dream of. So here's your action plan. Begin tomorrow. Purchase a high-quality dark chocolate bar, single origin, minimum 85% cocoa, and store it in a cool, dry place, away from heat and light. Around 4 p.m. each day, melt 2 small squares using a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil over low heat. Let it cool slightly before enjoying. As this melts slowly in your mouth, it delivers not just satisfaction but muscle-soothing nutrients. Keep a journal. Track your cramps, their frequency, their intensity. Most people begin noticing improvement by day 10. Less pain, less stiffness, more sleep. This method brings together cutting-edge nutritional science and old-world practicality. It doesn't cost much. There's no prescription, no appointments, just a decision to nourish yourself wisely. Your cramps are not some inevitable consequence of aging. They are a signal. Your body is speaking to you, asking for help in the only way it knows how. And dark chocolate, when chosen and prepared correctly, is your answer. It's delicious, healing, and deeply effective. Now you know the truth. You have a choice. Will you try this powerful, natural remedy that has already improved the lives of thousands of older adults worldwide? Or will you continue living at the mercy of those painful nighttime contractions? Your first bar is waiting. It might be hiding in your kitchen right now. Your body is ready. Let it feel the difference. But what about those moments when the pain is already there, sudden, searing, and impossible to ignore? When it wakes you at midnight, paralyzing your leg with cramps so tight you can barely move or breathe. You need something immediate, a crisis solution, something that works in 30 seconds. Here's what you do. The moment you feel that cramp coming on, don't wait. Get out of bed. Stand upright and place your bare foot flat on a cool floor. This sudden shift in temperature sends a neurological signal to interrupt the pain reflex. Next, start walking, slowly, barefoot, keeping a slight bend in the knee. Shift your weight gradually onto the cramped leg. The gentle motion, combined with the cold and pressure, works more effectively than passive stretching. This maneuver, though simple, has been shown in studies to stop cramp spasms faster than most medications. And there's more. Prepare what we call a shock treatment tonic in advance and keep it within reach, on your nightstand or in the kitchen. You only need 3 ingredients: a glass of warm water, the juice of a quarter lemon, a pinch of pink Himalayan salt, and a teaspoon of rosemary honey. This blend is rich in potassium and minerals that soothe the muscles and stabilize nerve function. When a cramp hits, sip slowly, but don't swallow right away. Hold the liquid in your mouth for about 10 seconds. The receptors under your tongue begin to absorb the minerals instantly, helping to calm the nervous system and stop the cramp at its source. This is not folklore. This is physiology. Your nerves respond to temperature, pressure, and mineral levels within moments. And you have the tools, right now, to intervene when the pain strikes. No pills. No injections. Just knowledge, timing, and a little preparation. You are not powerless. The pain does not have to rule your nights or steal your sleep. Whether it's spinach steamed with lemon, almonds soaked overnight, dark chocolate melted at twilight, or a warm cramp tonic waiting by your bed, you have real solutions. Let your body rest. Let your nerves unwind. And let food do what it was always meant to do: heal you. When pain strikes in the middle of the night, sharp, sudden, and paralyzing, it can feel like your body is turning against you. But relief can come faster than you think. In just seconds, you can activate your body's built-in mechanisms to calm the spasm and end the suffering. One simple method is remarkably effective. Sip a quick, mineral-rich remedy and hold it in your mouth for 10 seconds before swallowing. The oral mucosa absorbs nutrients rapidly, delivering relief within minutes. This isn't just theory. It's how your body is wired to heal when given the right tools. There are also 2 powerful acupressure points on your legs that, when pressed, release tension and halt cramping. The first, called Zusanli, lies about 4 finger width below your kneecap, slightly to the outside of the leg. The second, Chang, is located right in the middle of the calf, between the 2 main muscle groups. When a cramp strikes, apply steady pressure to these points for 10 seconds while taking slow, deep breaths. This ancient technique, now validated by modern studies, works by interrupting pain signals and helping the muscle relax naturally. And if the cramp holds on, use emergency thermal therapy. It's a fast and effective way to break the cycle. Start with a hot towel or water bottle, hot enough to feel soothing, but never burn the skin. Wrap it around the cramp muscle for 30 seconds. Then Immediately switch to an ice pack for 20 seconds. Alternate this hot-cold sequence 3 times. This temperature shock boosts blood flow and resets the faulty nerve signals that cause the cramp in the first place. You can also prepare a therapeutic massage oil to keep on hand. Mix 10 milliliters of magnesium oil with 3 drops of lavender essential oil and 5 drops of wintergreen oil. At the first sign of a cramp, apply the oil to the affected muscle and massage it in deeply, especially around the tendons near the ankle. These active compounds penetrate quickly and provide noticeable relief in under a minute. Clinical studies confirm what many have experienced firsthand. This simple blend calms the nerves and soothes pain with remarkable speed. If cramps wake you frequently during the night, build your own survival kit and keep it beside your bed. Include a firm foam roller, an elastic kinesiology band, and a thermos filled with your anti-cramp shot, warm water, fresh lemon juice, a pinch of pink salt, and a teaspoon of rosemary honey. When a cramp hits, sit up, take a sip, and hold it under your tongue for 10 seconds. Then wrap the elastic band just above the knee to reduce nerve sensitivity and gently roll the muscle with a foam roller. But know this, there are things you should absolutely avoid during a cramp. Do not abruptly stretch the contracted muscle. While it might seem like the right thing to do, sudden stretching can lead to tiny tears in the muscle fibers, making the pain worse. Avoid hot baths immediately after a cramp. Too much heat can trigger inflammation. And steer clear of deep, aggressive massage during the acute phase. Your body needs care, not force. After the crisis passes, help your body recover. Take a slow 5-minute walk to restore circulation. Then sip a glass of magnesium water, just 1 sachet of magnesium chloride dissolved in a liter of water. This gentle drink replenishes your mineral stores and supports long-term healing. If the muscle still feels tight, apply a green clay compress for 20 minutes. It reduces inflammation, eases residual tension, and prevents further cramps from forming. All of these tools, acupressure, thermal therapy, massage oils, foam rollers, mineral tonics, are natural, effective, and easy to prepare. They can change not just how you react to a cramp, but how you live. Imagine facing the night without fear of sudden pain. Imagine knowing that, if something does happen, you have a reliable method that works, fast. These simple actions could transform your nights, your comfort, your confidence. And they all begin with paying attention to the signals your body is sending. Cramps are not just a nuisance. They are messengers pointing to missing nutrients, imbalances, or tension that have been quietly building over time. Magnesium-rich foods, proper hydration, and mindful body care can break this cycle. You now have the power to prevent cramps and to stop them in their tracks. These are real solutions, accessible, natural, scientifically validated, and most are already waiting for you in your kitchen or medicine cabinet. Try them, practice them, keep them close. And if they've helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this knowledge with someone who needs it. Sometimes, a few kind words or a pass-along tip can change someone else's night, and maybe even their life. There are people suffering quietly, assuming there is no cure. Let's prove them wrong together. Age should bring wisdom, not pain. Let's build a world where people age with strength, sleep with ease, and wake up ready to live, not recover. These techniques aren't magic. They are the medicine your body was always meant to receive. Try them tonight, and feel the difference tomorrow.